are back with another video for y'all, man. It's Swag Like TV.
Lady Swag TV cooking plus more off here to the side.
And tonight, man, is no different. We got something a little bit simple. You know what I mean? But also at the same time, still a one. We got that crab salad, man.
I ain't want to be in the kitchen all day.
Look at that.
They light.
Yeah.
He got the light too light.
My bad, though. But yeah, man. You know, as of late, the last set of videos we did, not these recently, but you know, before we took our break, you know, we was bringing y'all those banger movies. We had those story times, true crime type joints. But man, we've been watching this series on Stars for what it is now, the last 3 weeks. This was episode 3 or 4.
It's been the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, and we just got finished watching the 4th episode. But the name of the series is called Confronting a Serial Killer. It's about Sam Little, and he pretty much operated from 1970 to 2005, all over the U.S. And man, yo, I don't know what to say, man. I'm talking about this dude, like they used to say back in the 70s, this dude is out of sight.
Yeah, he ain't out of sight. He evil.
You know what I'm saying?
He
I'm
the
talking
devil.
about, yeah, I don't want to spoil too much for you,
He the devil.
but really, I can't spoil it.
No.
You know what I mean? And
That story should be out in the world. Or they should. A lot of people probably know about it already.
his means of murder, because for those of you that don't know, it's the difference between killing someone and murdering someone.
Yeah, those swags on TV, yeah.
I do it. That this next bite was finna be for them. But the difference is murder is premeditated. You know what I mean? You thinking about it, you having a bad day, and your boss then just got on your nerves, so you decide to go to the house, and you gonna go to work the next day and just shoot up the whole office.
That's basically what he was doing too.
That's premeditation. You know what I'm saying? You thought about it. You thought it out. Killing someone happens in the act of self-defense.
It do.
You know what I mean? So that's the difference between murdering and killing someone. The police and law enforcement were classifying what he was doing as murders, which they were, but his means of murder was strangulation. So I'm talking about,
He felt as though they shouldn't have been harsh because
Regular-
he wasn't.
this thick. I'm talking about his police file culminated over all of the times that he got arrested.
He just
If not
traveled
thick.
and strangled women. He traveled, he bar hopped, he picked up women, and he killed them. Murdered them.
And it's like,
He didn't rape them or none of that. He just choked them to death.
he said sexual gratification came from him choking them,
That's what he said. He got off from that.
strangling
That's
them.
why I told you, if he'd have been doing this for 35 years, it's way more women than he is admitting that he did.
The police, they say that he murdered around 93 women. Which, even when you think about it, I'll go ahead. You know what I mean? That's a lot of people. You know what I mean? And just like me and Lady Swag was just talking about, you know, that was during a time when you still had a lot of serial killers operating. You had Ted Bundy, you had Jeffrey Dahmer, you had the Zodiac Killer.
But it wasn't like he was flying under the radar. He was getting the sexual assaults that he was committing. He was getting arrested for them. They was just letting him back out.
Right. But What I'm saying is, y'all, is that for his police file to be as thick as it was, and I might be.
Yeah, he had other crimes,
My guesstimation on how thick his police record was might be off. It might be
yeah, like that. Yeah.
these two boxes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
Yeah,
yo.
because he was doing robberies. He was doing a lot of stuff.
And I mean, of course, people have messed up childhoods that, you know what I'm saying, may not what's the word I'm looking for? May not allow them to become productive members of society.
Yeah, when he was born, he said that his grandma told his mom that she had to leave the house, go find someone on the side of the road to leave him, and then she can come back.
Oh my God!
And I mean, you just have to think about it. You know what I mean? Because hey, he just came across somebody in his life that was willing to show him what love was. Then his life might not have turned out the way that it turned out.
True. Cause
Okay.
if you was listening at the time, the peddler that found him that night when she just put him on the side of the road, she was hoping the dogs would get him.
Yeah.
But the old man that found him knew who he was and knew who he belonged to.
Yeah.
So if he found him out there, he knew not to take him back to the mama. So he took him to the daddy.
Yeah.
He took him to his paternal grandparents. And they moved to Ohio. And he said his grandma really wasn't trying to parent him. You know, she wasn't paying him no attention.
Right.
Yeah.
Because shit, during that time, I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying, they were up in age.
He said he did what he wanted to do.
You know, because during that time,
Not really. He was young when he first got arrested. He was young. He was no more than like 16 when he first got arrested. If that old, because he went to juveniles. He went to the juvenile system, and he was in there for 19 months. That was his first arrest.
right, and that's what I'm saying. If
And
the
he got
case that
arrested
they
for
were
stealing
talking
a bike.
about,
He got arrested for stealing a bike.
if the case that they were talking about, when they showed the court case, if he was old as hell then, had to be wheeled in a wheelchair, and you know what I mean, that whole nine, then
Yeah, he was old because he did these murders.
exactly during the height of his life,
he did
during
it
the
in
peak of his life, his 30s, his 40s.
Yeah, he did it in the 60s and the 70s.
Right. And what I'm saying is during that time, is him being 16 and getting arrested wasn't anything
Out of the norm.
out of the norm during that time period. You know what I'm saying? So even when each crime escalated from petty theft to armed robbery to rape to,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and everything like that, his grandparents still had to be of a certain age. You know what I'm saying? Because that was during a time period where, yeah, you may have had, you know what I'm saying, 5 females out the whole county fuck around and be a teen mom.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
His grandparents, they was.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, if they're up in age,
Because he said he was 26 when he got a letter from his mom. The first letter ever. He was
Exactly.
26.
so I say all of that to say, if they was old as dust, you know what I'm saying, when, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? If they was old as dust when they took custody of them,
They wasn't though. They weren't old like that. He said they weren't.
was not old.
He said they wasn't old. He said when he got to the age of going to see his mama for the first time,
Right.
they was old then. When he was in his 20s, they was old then.
Okay.
But they weren't old when he, no.
Okay, so when I tell y'all, one episode talked about,
And he's sitting up in court looking like an old buzzard too.
okay, last episode talked about when he was operating in California, Los Angeles, how because out of all the women that survived, I think about 5 total survived.
Yeah.
And 2 of them passed away from, you know what I'm saying, whether it was just life or old age
Yeah.
or, you know what I'm saying, vices or whatever. And 3 of them survived. 2 black out of Mississippi and 1 white female out of California.
And it's so sad that the women in Mississippi that did survive didn't go to the law because they were so highly prejudiced in Mississippi at the time.
Right.
And still is, but they wasn't going to believe their story,
Right.
nor would they have cared, is what the women said.
Right.
Why?
That's
Why?
just sad.
Why?
But it's crazy, y'all, because
It's just sad.
a lot happened in that 3rd episode where the white female survivor, the former district attorney that was prosecuting the case, they met up. Now, if his attitude towards you and what you were doing back then to lead up to the events that made you and Sam Little cross paths. The only thing I didn't agree with was the fact that she thought that he was about to come in and have a change of heart about what led her to cross paths with Sam Little.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you expect him to come into the door with a ticker, with a parade, you know what I'm saying, ticker tape and all that, and be like,
Okay.
yo, you survived, good going. You know what I mean? No, man. His attitude then is the same now.
Yeah, it's
You
worse
know what I'm
now.
saying?
He
Had
really
you not
don't
been
care.
out there thotting yourself out, even though that's not right to think that way.
But honestly, they wasn't. He was picked, yeah. Just like he said he had when he met the Indian girl, he had never met a real Indian. I was like, what? He said he had never met a real Indian in his life. And when he said this woman said she wanted to die, I was like, now you know this woman ain't said this man, she just meeting him. Oh, I want to die. No. That's just what he heard her saying in his twisted mind.
Yeah.
That he heard her saying that. She didn't say that.
But the crazy thing about it is, the white chick that survived in California, where he took her to do whatever it is that they were doing and then choke her ass out. I didn't even say it like that.
That's what he did. That's what he said he did. He said that. Those were the words he used.
But, you know what I mean? When it was like a dark ass alleyway.
Come on, when he got caught. Yeah.
Then he picked up another chick. This was also one of the survivors in California, so it was 4 black. No, yeah, it was 4 black and 1 white, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the survivors,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah.
So this was also another one of the survivors. He took her to this same dark alleyway. And so
No.
the police had to have taken what the white female survivor said at face value because they were able to go back to the same location. I mean, literally nights later.
Mm-hmm.
Son of a bitch.
And catch dude in the act.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? In the back seat,
Mm-hmm.
choking another female out.
And this female was the woman who was working with him. That's what she was.
No, that wasn't her. That wasn't her. Because remember, it was said that
They got into it. Yes,
right, when they interviewed the teen boy though, he said that they would stay back at the room.
Yeah, but this night the lady went with him. This night the lady went with him, and they got into an argument because he wouldn't take her back to where the boy was. And they got into an argument, and he said he took her down that road to leave her there. You don't remember he said that? It was her that they caught him choking. It was the old lady.
Well, either way it goes.
It was the old lady.
He got caught. And somehow or another, I think he did, like, back then, because of who the women were, I think they charged him with false imprisonment.
Yeah, because he wasn't raping them.
And something else. And dude got sentenced like 4 years and did like 2.
Mm-hmm. The system fails.
And was right back out on the street.
Yeah.
So,
And see, that's what the white lady, that's what she was mad about. She was mad because the system failed them.
right.
Yeah.
It did.
That's why she was mad.
It most definitely did.
That's why she didn't want to deal with them no more. She was like, why would I keep wanting to deal with y'all? Y'all let all these women behind me get killed.
And it's crazy, yo.
She said if y'all would have kept him locked up when he got caught for what he did to us, then he wouldn't have been out here doing this to them.
Okay. But
That lady was real mad. She was. And she should have been mad. She should have been mad. Yes. Yes, she should have. Because they didn't even want to take her testimony.
yeah. But see what it was, like she told the DA, didn't nobody call him back.
No, they didn't
You know what I'm
call her
saying?
back.
When they had him in custody, you know, they brought her down for the lineup.
Yep, and she said they weren't believing that. She said.
You know what I'm saying? But after that, she didn't receive a call. She didn't say, yo, you know what I'm saying, the trial is this day, the sentencing, none of that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because had she went and testified.
She said that they treated her as if her statement wasn't going to be credible because she was a prostitute.
Right.
At the time.
Right.
Yep.
But, yo, if you hadn't seen it, man, it's on the Stars app. It's on Stars on Demand. It come on Sundays on Stars. But like I said, man, if you hadn't checked it out, go check it out.
Yeah.
It's one of them series that'll just have you like,
how did he keep getting out to do this? Repeatedly, over and over and over. And he just kept going from state to state to state to state to state to state.
and it's like, yo,
Terrible.
I mean,
From Ohio to California to Texas.
I mean, he went everywhere. He
Yes.
went,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying, the
Everywhere.
Southeast. You know what I'm saying? He came through Alabama. He
Yeah,
came through Louisiana, Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? Texas.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't start operating on the West Coast until like the late 70s, early 80s. You know what I'm saying? But he still was operating in like the southeastern region of the United States, like from Texas on through Alabama, Florida.
It was four, because it was 2 in Mississippi, 2 in Alabama, and then the right there.
Yeah.
The other 2 that you were talking about, that passed away. It was one from Alabama and one from Mississippi. But the other two, the other lady from Mississippi and Alabama, they survived.
Well, yeah, man. Like I said, I mean, some of the answers and what this dude says to have you baffled, dumbfounded.
Tripping.
You know what I'm
Because I've
saying?
been tripping about some of the things that he was
Like, dude,
saying.
you really should have been trying to justify everything that you did. Like,
yeah, he was like, "Oh, the prosecutor just painted me to be a monster." That's what you are. He was like, "She acting like I was leaving them bloodshed to death, bleeding all over everywhere and everything. I wouldn't leave. They weren't like that." And he drew the women. He drew every woman he killed.
yeah. And like I said, I mean, I was making a joke about it, but I said, before we came up here to do the video, I said, yo, B, your hands should be tight.
Yeah, you did. You said his hands should have been tied.
You know what I'm saying?
They should have been, but
93 women?
Like I told you, I believe it's more than that by him saying that he got off. That was his way of completing his sexual pleasure.
Yeah.
So, I feel as though it was way more women.
Right.
I do.
But yeah, man, you come to the end of the video. Appreciate you kicking it with us. Like I said, we just had to tell you guys about this series, man. I mean, like I said, we're going to always turn you on to that good TV. You know what I'm saying? Nothing boring, anything like that. So, yeah, man, if you're new to the channel, welcome. It's your host with the most, Bunny and Clyde of YouTube, Swag Life TV.
Latest Swag TV Cooking Plus more.
Make sure you hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Give this video a thumbs up. Drop down in the comments. Let us know what you thought. Let us know what you think.
And let us know what you're thinking.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Drop down, get your eagle on. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit that post notification bell so you'll always be notified when we upload a video. You know what I mean? And I'm still tripping, B, because I'm like, yo, this dude, you know what I mean? But yeah, man. Till the next video, man. Same swag station, same swag channel. And we out.
Peace.
Peace.